This would be a nice perch for them to launch that attack.
I might add, I'm sorry, Tracy, I've got to add that the price of oil is moving up. We're now up 85 cents a barrel. We've reached 91.61 as of right now. Also joining the company now from Calgary in the Canadian province of Alberta is John Hofmeister. John is the former Shell Oil executive, president thereof. John, welcome to the program. It's good to have you with us. I have to set you up like this. Yesterday on this program, a senior and respected economist said that if there was any interruption in the supply of oil from the Middle East, the price of crude doubles immediately to $200 a barrel. What do you make of that comment?
I don't think that's an extreme statement at all, Stuart. I think what is at risk here is the United States is now nearly 70% dependent upon imports. When we had the upheaval of the 1970s, we were 30% dependent. We have had administration after administration ignore domestic drilling, and domestic drilling has now receded to 7 million barrels a day, and with the Gulf of Mexico shut in, it's receding to 6, probably by the end of this year. Well, we used to produce 10. Well, if we don't get back to producing domestic energy, shame on us.
But why have we done this? Our vulnerability is obvious. It's clear to all, and it's been clear to all for a generation. And yet we're now shutting down our own production. And I can't explain that. Can you?
We have more domestic energy than we'll ever need. It's been a political choice to not tackle the environmental issues and simply export our risk. We can get away with it when the world is stable. But when the world is unstable and is becoming more unstable, then shame on us for not developing our own resources. And if we're interested in jobs, Stuart, we could produce 3 million jobs in this country over the next decade if we went back to 10 million barrels a day.
Okay. John, hold on a second. Our viewers are seeing chaos in downtown Cairo, rock throwing between two sides demonstrators. We're also seeing the price of oil now up close to $1 a barrel. John, I take it these two are related, that the chaos in Cairo is directly related to the price of crude oil right now, correct?
Oil cannot stand instability. And what is in people's minds is this kind of chaos, uncontrolled chaos, could lead to some real damage in the Suez Canal, some real damage to the oil pipeline in Egypt. When nobody's in charge, anything could happen, and that's what's reflected in the crude oil price.
Okay, last question. Do you have any hope that we in America will start to drill for our own oil in the immediate future?
Only if the American people speak up, just like the people in Egypt, because the administration talks about oil in the past tense. The Interior Department is dead set against resuming deepwater drilling and doing everything to make it very difficult with companies that know what they're doing. They know far more than the Interior Department, but the Interior Department has them shut down. So only if the price of gasoline rises to the point that the American consumer is going berserk and the negative impact on the economy is felt immediately will this administration listen.
John Hofmeister, former president of the Shell Oil Company. We hear you, and thanks for joining us, John. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.